So this 2.2 kilowatts variable frequency drive will not power this 0.25 horsepower three-phase motor. The reason being is that I got that VFD for that motor, which is a 2.2 kilowatt three-phase dual voltage motor. It takes 380 or 220 volts. Come on, focusing. There we go. So the VFD, I've put the back together again. You know, wires in nice and tight, and blah blah blah, and the motor's down there. But the problem is the pulley, which I drilled on the drill press to this high perfection. No, it's quite bad. I want to try and rescue it. So what I did to try and rescue it was I bought this pulley and put it onto this star wound or delta wound only motor. You can't change the voltage on it. Now the pulley fits on beautifully. I cleaned the shaft up and oh god, you know, but the VFD does not drive it. I thought it might drive it. I put it on, it doesn't drive it. So you could see that as a waste of £12, but when this motor is working, it will be a linear or something like that. Oh, let's move the chuck. Look how shiny that chuck is. So here I've got my dividing head. I've just clocked it in. So that pulley is clocked into less than 1/100th of a millimetre run out. Pretty cool there. So now I'm going to use my scriber, and I'm going to scribe off a 24mm circle there, using the ruler. So I'm going to do a little multiplication. So 24 off 40, sort of get in there. So that's 36, that's 16. Half of that is 8. So I'm going to measure in 8 from this side here, put the scriber on there, and fingers crossed I will scribe a 24mm circle. 24mm circle, look, right here. This is what you're looking at. 24mm circle, yeah? Cool. Very good. Very, 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 very good. I was so impressed with that. You just can't believe how happy I am that I've just drawn that circle. That was amazing. Now, for the astute of you, you might have noticed already what I'm going to be showing. It's not quite circular, and it's waved slightly off centre. I think you can just about make out there. That's where I scribed it, and it's coming here. Now, thankfully, that looks about 1 millimetre. This has to be a 24mm hole. So I've got a couple of options to rectify this. Die grind it, maybe, and when it's bodged enough, shim it in. Because this is not the final size pulley, this is just the pulley which I ordered, which has got a big enough centre that I can bodge it up. Then once the lathe's running with that pulley on, I can put the other pulley in the forge jaw and bore it out to 24mm and then broach. Oh, look at that. I managed to drill down, obviously I drilled an 8mm and it's, I mean, look at that. I was quite impressed when I'd done that. And then I put that through it to put a grub screw over the keyway. I thought, yeah, this is really going well. Then I decided to put the 23mm down without putting any other drills down it, and well, it made some noises, it groaned, and we're getting towards the end. Okay, so this is what I am doing. Got the carriage traverse screw, and I've got the chuck in my hand. Got the boring bar in there, and I've been going like this. Yep, it's the wrong sized, wrong cut boring bar. It's above centre height by a load because there's no relief on it and it's too big to be in there. So the apron is lifting dramatically. It's an inside cut. I don't think any part of it is legit, but I am managing to round up this pulley. It is getting circular from its triangular shape. And I've been doing this. Oh, I've gone too far there. Sort of lifted the whole thing up. It's obviously not going to be perfect. It gives you hand ache and arm ache. And oh my good night, is this good fun? This is great. So I flipped it around and now I'm going to take that tag end off the back and we'll do some measurements. Oh, a bit too much. I'm taking the full width of cut off on this, just because I can. Well, I know. It sounds good, doesn't it? I promise you it's cutting. It's cast iron, so it should be quite easy to do this. So I thought I'd take a full cut with my hand. Nearly full. There we go. Nearly through now. There now. Okay, so I've been going at this manually, just spinning it and putting the cutter through manually, and now we're at measurement time now. This is a free micrometer I got with the lathe. It's Russian made. It's absolutely brand new. It's got a calibration stick with it. I've stuck it in and I've zeroed it out so when the line covers, when the barrel covers the line completely, that is the measurement. Okay, that's just how I like it. Okay, so It's probably not how you're supposed to calibrate it, but that's how I like it, how I do it. So I've got my telescope gauge and some crud in. Get it in, tighten it up a little bit. That's too tight, just slacken it off a little bit until you can glide it through its arc. And I'll just pinch it up a bit as I take it out, make sure it's not going to move. And we'll measure it up. It's straight. And that's not tight enough. Should tighten it up more. Okay, we'll try it again. Nip it up. Hold on, not undone it. Nip it up. Too tight. Go through its arc. That's set. So this time I'm not going to put any pressure on it, I'm just going to and that's 24 and 37 hundredths. That's just slightly over 24 mil. The shaft is 24 mil. So I've measured it all the way down. It's between 37 hundredths and 45 hundredths of a millimetre over 24 mil. So although it's a rough surface inside there, the lows should be above 24 and the highs should be around about 24. And fingers crossed that will go on now. Well, I'm going to find out now. Looking at the finished bore now, and if I can get it up there, it's not quite cleaned up all the way around. There's still a good gap here that hasn't touched with the lathe. That's the drill finish. That's the lathe finish. So there's the drill finish, and there's the lathe finish. Now I might stick the reamer down it and clean it up. I might have to square this up, I might not have to, I think I probably will. That was an 8mm drill, and that looks pretty even all the way down now. It's turned out not bad, to be fair. I thought I completely knackered it, but I only slightly knackered it. It should go on. The grub screw, I'm going to put 2 grub screws through it, I think, just to push it against this rounded area. And that should suffice as a temporary pulley. Not bad, eh? From the bodge it was. And for anybody that was wondering what the tool bit I used was for that hand turning, it's a bit that came with the lathe. That's the grind on it. I know it did the job because the pulley is on the motor. I could put it on a little bit further. I'm quite happy with that. That's pretty cool. 32, 50 hertz. That's what we were in at standard. Obviously not on the lathe. Not painted them yet, but we'll get around to it. And there we go, the motor. And there's the pulley. What do you reckon? It's tight, so I have to tap it on.